Less than 2 miles south of the United States Capitol, welcome to Nationals Park. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Miles Mikolas. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
About to get started here, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball 2.
Mikolas making his first start of the year, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2009. Foul ball there. This ball's chopped on the ground. Nunez in plenty of time to first. One out in the top of the first. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And a 2-1 on the way. Out towards right center field. Wood on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting third, shortstop, Mookie.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. 2 down, nobody on. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Mookie Betts brings the noise on this home run. It's now 1-0. Back here in Nationals Park. And today's starting pitcher, Emmett Sheehan. What should we keep an eye on here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Ball.
Pitch
Ball
misses.
3.
And now 3-1.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
What a stop. Over to first. And they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, left fielder, Dalen Lyle.
So digging in, Dalen Lyle. The 1-1.
Ball.
Just
Ball.
off the
That's
inside edge. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Outside
Take your
ball
base, ball
four.
four.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Designated hitter, Brady House.
Brady House digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Outside with a breaking
Outside.
ball. Swing and a high fly ball to left. That is the inning. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Now it's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Lyle gets under it. Brings it in.
Batting seventh, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
One out man at first. And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. Payoff pitch. Teoscar goes down on strike. And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. The 1-1 comes up empty. That's strike two. Smith off of first with two away. Good job to fight that one off. Base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. Two on now with two away.
I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Now it's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last two pitches were well executed.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
To the right side. He steps on the bag and quickly won away in the second.
Second baseman, Nunez.
Next to hit for the Nats, Nasim Nunez. And there's a foul ball. It goes down looking. Nunez thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Swings through that one. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here in Nationals Park. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. The 1-1. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That's down and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Full count now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Outside and low, it's ball 4. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. So here's Kyle Tucker now. And a 3-1 on the way. That one fouled off. On the ground. Fair ball. Here's Ohtani flying around third. The relay to the plate.
No, he got it.
In time. He scores. And they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Miles Michaelis will depart, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. P.J. Poolin.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Here's Mookie Betts.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Man at second. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
It wasn't in the air for very long, so let's get a better view of it with StatCast, Singy.
Well, it can't stay in the air for long when it's going 117 miles per hour. It's got to get to its destination. And that was a no-doubter to everyone in the ballpark. Watching it sail out of here was just beautiful, something to behold. But all you really needed was the sound off the bat. Did you hear that, Boog? That thing was going to go a long ways.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 2-1.
Right through there for a strike. That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
And that's downstairs. And the count's full. And he walked him.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate. Runner on the go. Nice grab to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman Max Muncy.
Muncy digs in. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Here's a 1-1. That
Ball
one
2.
missed. Pitch
That's ball
misses
3.
there. 3-1 now. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying to the warning track, makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. P.J. Poulin departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Ken Waldichuk. This is his third time out this year. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Man on second, 2 down. In the air, left field. Lyle settles under it. And that is that. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back in Washington, D.C. as we go to the last of the third. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
One now.
That's a ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
In the air, left field. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Nationals, right fielder James Wood.
Back to the top of the order, and here is James Wood. Man at first, one away. And now 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Ball.
This
Down.
one in the dirt. And now a man into scoring position. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a pop-up. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. Nationals leave one. They're down 4-0. Start of the fourth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
And now it's 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. And a good eye there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good eye right there. This one high in the air to left center. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Alex Freeland.
Here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Waldicha, 28 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019.
Ball.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. In for a strike, and it's a full count. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's Ohtani. 2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
And that
Ball,
one
that's out.
just missed off the outside edge. Kyle Tucker up next for the Dodgers. He swings and fouls one off. Payoff pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. And
No,
it
that's
lands
foul.
foul. So we reset and we'll do it again. That's hard hit on the line. That's a fair ball and it's getting into the corner. Throws to second. And that's a double.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Man, Singy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Kyle Tucker digs in now. Man at second. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Now a pop-up on the infield. Bebus under it. And that is that. One left for L.A. They lead 4-0. Bottom of the 4th, and now up for Washington, Dalen Lyle.
Ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Number 78, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Henriquez getting loose as well. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He takes it on his own, and one gone in the 4th as they get. That clips the corner. Now a rip into left center. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 2 down.
Up next for the Nationals.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That's ball 2.
And now 2-2. Struck him out looking. And the Nationals gone in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Leading off.
Here's Mookie Betts now. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Goes down looking. Betts wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat. Next pitch is outside. Chop to third. Bebus throws to first in time. 1 away here in the 5th.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. The 3-1 is on the way. And that one hammered. That's back. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. The batter now will be Will Smith. Slice down the right side. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ken Waldichuk out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Andre Granillo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
2 down, nobody on. Just off the outside edge. 3-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
That one ripped, but foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-1. Just missed. Next pitch downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Cionel Perez, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
2 on, 2 outs. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that'll do it. One in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. And the lead is now 5-0. Back here in Nationals Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
That one in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. This one in the air. Muncy under it. 1 away.
Up next for the Nationals, third baseman.
Down the third baseman, Jorby Bebos. Ball to strike. Late swing, foul to the left. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Down to the last out for the Nationals.
For the Nationals, catcher, Keibert.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The Nationals down to their final strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Up next for the Nationals.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Emmett Sheehan gives way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, number 78. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. So up next, Jacob Young. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The 1-2. This one in the air, center field. That's the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-0 the final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.